Hey there, Stampin' friends. Welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Breckbill, Stampin' Queen. I'm super excited to share this project with you today. This is a gorgeous little mini flip album that we created at my upline's Christmas party, and I just did this with my customers and some of my team members this week, and so I thought I would create a video to share with you basically how to create the guts of this project. I had shown it before. And it's just so much fun, and just changing the colors and the DSP can just make this a great little project or a little gift for someone. So I'm not going to do all the decorating because you get how that's done. We're just going to actually do the guts, like I said, just how to put this thing, how to make it, and how to put it together. So I am using the Peaceful Poppy suite. It's a fantastic suite in our mini catalog. It's on page 25, and we're using these two bundles right here, the Painted Poppy bundle and the Peaceful Moments bundle. So I am actually not going to show you any stamping because I wanted to create the album so you know what's happening. So I guess let me show you what we're going to make here. So you can see how the front is decorated, and this can be then your choice at what you want to do based on the designer papers and different stamps and whatnot. But it just continues to flip. We did also use the poppy elements. There's our seam binding, the crinkle seam binding, and it just flips into multiple pages. And then it's got these two panels here, and then these panels fold open here, and then of course this panel continues to fold open, and then this piece continues, I'm getting off camera, continues to fold down. So lots and lots of places to put some pictures and do some fun creating. So then that's another main reason we talked about not decorating it in class is because you don't know what pictures you might be using. So you want to take those and hold off on those decorations. So once your album's made, get your photos in and anything that you want to add to it, and then put your accessories in later. So let me show you how to create that. We're going to start off here. I've got a pile of stuff, so bear with me as I sort through everything, because this is a lot of pieces and parts that go with this project. So what we need to start off with is 3 panels of Smoky Slate, and we are going to score each end at 2 3/4. And I just keep flipping it. It just is easier for me just to flip them, and you know, I'm less math for me the better. So 2 3/4, 2 3/4 on all those ends, all 3 pieces. So I'm going to get all my scoring done here so I can get this little thing out of the way. Okay, so we've got those all done. Then I have got some Poppy Parade. This is actually what's creating my album. And I want to make sure it's 5.5 by 6.5. And I want to make sure that my 6.5 inch is at the top. And then I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch and at 1 inch. Put that to the side. This is one of those times where it is joyous to be a left-hander because I have no problem trying to score. I was watching my right-handed friends trying to get a 1/2 inch and an inch, and I was like, huh, I wonder, that's interesting that lefties seem to be able to do things a little bit better there. All right, so that's scored. Then I've got a piece of basic black. It's about 1 1/2. It's really just some scrap, so it doesn't need to be a specific length, but I just grabbed some pieces. So it's 1.5. I'm going to score that straight down that center at 3/4. And then my final piece is going to be this designer series paper, and I'm going to score it at 4 inches and 8 inches. Now I'm always making sure that I score a little bit lighter when I'm doing DSP because I don't want to tear through that paper. And I also switched the end of my stylus. So that little more rounded, fatter end, I like when I'm scoring some designer series paper. So I'm going to get this out of the way. And then one of the keys is having great adhesive, okay? Because snail just does not seem to hold this project together. And I'm wondering here if I want to have some scrap paper on my table, because I do like to use our Memento not Memento, Tombow multi-purpose adhesive. So I'm just scoring all my folding all my scores that I just made. I actually should have a bone folder here and really make them nice and crisp, but it's okay. And I am gonna go grab some scrap paper now that I think about it. And then finally I've got my black piece there, and then I'm going to score or fold. Oh, I can't hardly see them. Let's hope they show up here. Come on guys, where are you? I scored so lightly. All right, there you go, DSP. Just fold you up like so. All this other stuff over here is going to be pieces and parts too. Yeah, I definitely want some scrap. All right, thanks for your patience there. And so what we need to do is attach these gray panels together so that they make a nice long fold out. So basically they're going to go together like this. And I do like my Tombow for that. Hopefully it's not too empty. Did I get an empty one? I even had you stored the right way. Come on, green glue. Oh my goodness, either it's plugged, it feels really, really light. I'll be darned, I think it's finished. Let me see if I can find another. These feel really light too. I may have to stop my video, you guys. Or, oh, there it comes. There, we're cooking now. All right, so I do like to be careful not to get it too close to the edge because I really don't want that to gush out. But I love the fact that I have some time to kind of slide them together and make sure that they match exactly. All right, now with the green glue, sometimes I like to hold it just a little bit, give it some time to bond. Which one had juice in it? I forget. It was you. All right, so I use a couple different adhesives with this project for sure. And you guys may see that there's a lot of shadowing in my video this evening, because I'm videoing in the evening. My phone, oh my goodness, and I'm having a hard time with the shadow too because my eyeballs don't want to work. Okay, am I on camera? Sometimes I get it close to my face so I can see and I go off camera a little bit. Okay, so there we go. We've got that nice long fold out panel. So now we're gonna come in, and I like tear and tape now, stuck to everything. And I'm going to put tear and tape on both my pieces of poppy. But like I was saying, just great, a good strong adhesive is gonna be your best friend here because it's an interactive album and we don't want it falling apart. All right, so now we need to attach these together. All right, now I have to think for a moment. Hold while I think. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to attach these panels together here. So one of my folded ends goes to one of my ends that does not have. So this one still has the fold on one end, and I just made those meet together here. So this is coming together like a book, and this would be like the spine of your album or the spine of your book. So my next step is, make sure I grab the right piece of paper here. I'm going to take a piece of Designer Series paper, and I'm going to attach this as my back flap of my album. And my nose has started to run as per usual. Okay, perfect. So now you can see how it's coming together. There's my album right there. All right, so now our next step is that we're going to come back with our gray panels. And I like to fold them the way that they're supposed to go and make sure that they're behaving appropriately to go into the base of my album. So now I want to make sure that I have got adhesive just on this panel here. I think you were the empty one. You could definitely use tear and tape for this as well. All right, so that's going to go smack in the middle of what I have just created. And I want to make sure that I'm kind of lining it up, top and bottom, so you might see my head in here. So I'm kind of folding that up this way, and then I'm kind of folding this one up this way to make sure that it is stuck in there. I'm rocking the table. I'm so sorry about that. Don't get seasick. Okay, so now that's going to flap like this. And it should all fold together. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so now I've got lots and lots of pieces and parts here, but like I said, just lots of pieces for the designer paper to put inside there. Those little panels, I've got designer paper. I've also got, I did some rich razzleberry and embossed it with the Parisian embossing folder, which is fantastic. So this is all fancy pants decorating. We don't need to, I'm not going to show you how to do all that today. I'm just showing you the gist, because you can decorate however you like. So I've done my stamping on there. I've also got all my little die cut pieces, and then somewhere my ribbon, which is stuck to my post-it notes, and then oh, it's so staticky. 'Tis the season. All right, so now we need to create that inside panel. So on mine, it was cut with, or I had razzleberry behind there, but I really, really like that poppy. Oh, look at this. Fantastic, fantastic, friends. I don't want to do that just yet. Let me grab another. I don't know that I have any. All my snails are empty. Anyway, what I'm going to do is place a piece of Poppy Parade behind here, because I just felt that that really gave those flowers so much more of a pop of color. So let's go ahead and do our green glue. That'll dry a little bit. But yeah, I really think that just really stood out, and I loved it so much more with that poppy cardstock behind there. So we'll let this dry while I work on this piece. So basically what we're doing is creating a little hinge to attach our fold out designer series paper. So I'm going to do a strip of tear and tape on one side, and then a strip of tear and tape, yes, on the other side. So opposite. I had to stop and think for a moment before I steer you down the wrong path. Oh, don't need you. All right, so I'm going to take this piece here on the back. Maybe. Yes. And I want to make sure that I'm putting it on the edge of the designer paper that is correct. So when it folds up, I want to make sure that I see this is going to be inside the album this way. So I want to make sure that I am seeing my flowers aren't upside down. So it is actually going to come this way and then go up like this. Okay? Does that make sense? Show you real quick on this one, so you can see what I'm talking about. So right here where this folds down, we're creating a little hinge right here. So that is going to fold up and then fold inside to your album. So it's going to come up here and then go like this inside your album. So that's where it's important for me. I want to make sure that I'm putting it on the right side. So I'm just gonna, this should be, yes, it is the exact same measurement that I need. I'm having a hard time seeing my score line. It's, maybe I shall, woo! Maybe I'll do it this way. Try not to get it crooked. That's my concern right now, is it's going a little crooked. So we have this. Now it does lay across your designer series paper, and that's okay because I put black photo boxes in here and it totally covered that up. It is sticking out just a tiny, tiny bit, so I'm just gonna trim it just a little. All right, so now I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna peel this off. And I'm gonna stick this to my black piece that has the flowers. So now this whole panel is able to go inside my album. Oh, that's the empty one. Why don't you throw that away? How about that? Just get it out of here if it's not working. All right, y'all hanging in there with me so far, so good. Let's put you inside there so we don't get any glue on you and we can see real well. So now we're gonna fold these open until we have our exact middle. And this black panel is gonna fit right inside there. Should probably have a little bit of border around it. See a little bit of glue sticking out there. That's okay, it'll dry clear. Okay, so now that panel is ready to flip out. And as I said before, I put some black pieces on there, but I decorated all of these, and that's what I'm not gonna share with you guys because you can see how it goes together now. So you can choose your own adventure and how you would like to decorate your Poppy album to make it look so fun and pretty, just like this. So thanks so much for joining me, friends. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week for Movie Monday.